Hey guys, I wanted to do a review on the CT7 now that we've used it for how many months? I would say about 3 months. We've had it for 3 months. In our juice truck, this is the juice truck JK Juices. This is solely what we operate out of. We don't have a storefront or a home base. We do everything on the truck, so we're a very mobile juice business. And our juice we use is CT7 by Goodnature. I have an unboxing video of it and a bunch of other videos of it, but today I'm doing the review. This is going to be like an on-the-go review, so over the next 3 hours juicing with it and selling, I'm going to make some pointers. I would say on average you can do 30 to 50 an hour-ish, depending on what you're juicing, a good amount of bottles. So one of the biggest downfalls is the height of it. I have to use a stool, if you can see, to really get up here and get the produce in. These are the funnels that have the bags around them. The mesh bags are like a tea bag material, so they're kind of fragile. They break, which is super annoying. I've learned if you just put a normal amount in there, they won't break. So, but when they do break, it is kind of annoying because pulp gets all over the platens, which is this white part, and you gotta clean it. So they do sell the reusable bags in this size. You can wash and sanitize them and reuse them, and those ones don't break. Okay, that's all I have to say for now. But I'll see you again in a little bit.
It'll be a lot dirtier.
It'll be a lot dirtier. This is the cleanest you're gonna see it. Hey, we're back. I told you this was a live in-action review.
You just whipped your head around perfectly.
We're back. Basically been like an hour and a half-ish, 2 hours since our last update. We have juiced so much. Yeah, take a look at the fridge. All of that we've done in the last like hour, actually.
And we've sold a bunch.
Oh, and we've sold like wow. So an interesting thing I hear a lot is people get the bigger juices like the X1, and they're just not selling enough to really match the capacity that it is. So like it's harder to do small batches in the X1. While this is perfect, you can do like 5-6 juices really quickly and easily, and they're consistent, and like the recipes are good. While with the X1, I've heard it's harder to do, and it's more of a hassle to clean. So you want like the labor work of it to match the production output. I've heard that sometimes juice businesses just aren't producing that much, and the X1's too much for them. So if you're producing less than like 250, 200 juices a day, perfect for that. It's just so efficient and small. Like the fact that we can get such a high quality juice out of such a small unit is awesome, and we're like in love with it. We really do love it. It has upped our game this year so much. Cost per customer is so high, because so much higher than past years, because before, when you do centrifugal juice and you are selling it made to order, there are definitely pros to that 100%. But from a sales aspect, people just buy more because it's in a bottle, and it's more like mobile. It's more, they can take it to the gym, they can shake it, they can buy 5 to drink for the next 2 days or whatever. They can buy a bunch for their family. Hello there! Yeah, for sure. Let us know if you have questions. The main difference between centrifugal juice and cold pressed juice is the oxidation process. So cold pressed juice, the oxidation process is super slowed down, which means it has a longer shelf life, and it's more nutritionally dense. People buy more because they're like, how long is this good for? We say 3 days, we just juiced it today, and then they buy it for multiple. So it's just kind of upped our game a little bit. Not to say when we were serving centrifugal juice it was bad in any way. It was still super good. It's just a different type of process of extracting the liquid nutrition from it. So we're kind of at the end of our day. We've juiced everything. We're almost sold out. We've cleaned everything too. That's also a big positive of this juicer, is you can clean it on the go. Clean mostly everything. We wash everything here, and then when we get back to just home base where we have unlimited water, we sanitize. 3 biggest downfalls, I would say, is the height of it. You need a stool, and 5'6" or something. I'm pretty tall. So you need a stool, that's a downfall. The bags break is another downfall. But if you're struggling with bag breakage, then I would either recommend getting the reusable ones, or I think it's also just a matter of like learning the best amount to put into the produce. I'm drinking one of our strong greens right now. This has kale, collard greens, turnips, cucumber, lemon, and ginger. We've recently added turnips to both of our strong juices, so we have a strong B and a strong green, and turnips are really high in calcium. They also add another flavor depth to it. So we've been adding turnips to it and we really like it. We're also going to be adding parsley to this here soon. The height, the bag breakage, and just the handle in the back. I don't know if you're able to get back
This
here.
isn't a typical counter height either, and it's also lifted, so
That's true. I think our
to say.
counter height is a lot taller than normal. Can you guys see the handle? It's kind of small. It's a little, I don't know, it could be bigger, basically. But in general, like, this guy is easy to move. Lauren and I lift it together. I think it's about 60 pounds-ish. And you grab right here, and then one of us grabs the handle in the back, and we usually support a little bit under here as well. So for being like a legit commercial cold press juicer, it's easy to move. It's very mobile. So the fact that we can use a cold press machine in a truck in such a small space. JK Juices has been in business for 5 years, and for a lot of those years it was trying to figure out how can we do cold press with the truck. And there were no countertop cold press juicers. There's the Norwalk, but my local health department wouldn't approve of it since it wasn't commercial certified. So they said, nope, you can't use that. And they made the mistake kind of making a business plan without talking to the health department, and like got the truck and had my plan, and then the health department was like, nope, you can't use that juicer. And then I'm like, oh crap, what am I gonna do? So I had to use a centrifugal juicer, and it all worked out great. The centrifugal years really allowed us to build up to this manageable way, kind of, without doing business loans or anything like that. You know, it allowed us to just naturally grow the business. I remember all those years I was like, I can't get a cold press juicer because they're all huge and we can't fit that on the truck. And then this came out and I was like, thank you! Produces a high quality product and it's simple to use. User friendly, it's not intimidating, it's literally 4 buttons. A few buttons, and it makes complete sense. It's so easy to use. So overall, we love the juicer. It was a great business move. It was a great move towards increased efficiency. Before with the centrifugal juicer, sometimes we were like struggling to keep up. Able to juice a lot more, a lot quicker, just like speed wise. On the cold press juicer, we're able to make a lot more juice in the same amount of time. Maybe once this year we've been like, oh crap, we're like running out of juice, we gotta juice a little faster. And that was mainly just failure on our part to not arrive early enough. It's, you know, one of the most interesting things is people come to the truck and they just buy whatever's available. If we're like actively juicing and we're like, oh, we haven't got to that one yet, we don't have that one available yet, oftentimes the attitude is like, oh, it's okay, I'll just take whatever you got, like I just need some juice in my life. So there's definitely this idea behind, okay, I specifically want this juice and I just need juice in general, like health. And I wonder if that also has to do with the fact that they see us juicing it. Wow, it's so fresh, it's right there, I see you're juicing it. I want that freshness. So yeah, definitely some balance between all of it. But we love it, we're really happy with it. It was a great move, and it's kind of crazy because for so many years I was, will we ever go cold pressed? Like it was such a something to desire after, but never thought it was really realistic because of how big they were. But this one has really made it possible for us to take that first plunge into cold pressed. And if we ever produce more than like 300, 250 juices a day, if we have a storefront or something, I could definitely see us upgrading to the X1. There's definitely a place for the X1 and there's a place for the countertop juicer, and I think that's something not everyone thinks of. Oftentimes people think of like, I just want the biggest, the best one, but that biggest, best one can be more of like a hindrance, is that the word? More of a hassle than a benefit if like your current business model doesn't match the equipment that you need. So have you guys enjoyed this review? If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them below. Be happy to answer them. Check out all the other Goodnature videos. We have an unboxing, the first time juicing with it, and then it's on all these juice truck vlogs where you can just see us kind of actively using it. Me being able to unbox it and show us using it has influenced your decision on whether or not you're gonna buy it. Because I remember when we were looking to buy it, I was like, I just wish I could see real people using it in real life. And I really hope, that's why I make so many videos about it, that it helps you in deciding if you need it or not. Because it's not cheap, it's a big decision, it's a commitment, and it's helpful to have other people's opinions. So, alright, we'll see you guys again soon. Bye bye!